So the postman dropped this off to me today, and it's the Teclast X80 Plus. So it's the new updated X80. It's got the Cherry Trail Atom X5 Z8300 in it, 2GB of RAM, 32GB eMMC, 1280 by 800 screen. Now, this one here I ordered from gearbest.com. It took about 20 days from ordering to arrive to me. It came via PostNL's service with them, which tends to work out pretty good. If you're living in Europe, you might have Royal Mail's hub as well if you're in the UK, but in other European countries I tend to think they use PostNL, and it works out well for me. So this is the packaging that they use, a typical kind of a bag there, and bubble wrap. We have our box inside there. I've cut the side of it open already so I don't have to wrestle around with it. So it's just in there. I'll get this out now. Well, I'm still having to wrestle around with it a little bit. So Teclast are using that newer style of packaging with the Ultra Pad on there, this X logo. And the back of the pack just lists the specs there. Now there is a Pro version that has the 1920 by 1200 screen. This has only got the 1280 by 800 screen in it. Otherwise the specs are exactly the same. Okay. So here we have the tablet, all plastic trim around on it. The back of it is plastic, so no metal, unlike the chewy VI8 or the HI8 Plus. So a microphone here on the bottom. The back material is a textured plastic. And there's one loudspeaker there. And we do have a 2-megapixel camera, I think it is, on the rear. It's either 5 or 2. And on the right hand side we have the volume up and down, power on buttons. At the top, 3.5mm headphone, our micro USB port, and good to see HDMI out. That is of course a micro HDMI port. So just power this on, and while that's happening I'll just see how thick the tablet is. It feels like it is a glass touchscreen, I'd say. Let's have a look at the thickness. So it's just under 10 mils there, 10 millimeters. So we're looking at a 9.5. So it's not the thinnest device. And I'll just check the weight too. It's 328 grams. So the install languages with the Windows 10 image, we've got English, Russian, Chinese, and Korean. So they have aimed for those markets. Just remove this. And the screen there looks obviously not on the brightest setting at the moment. I certainly hope not. Not the brightest at the moment. So I'll just change this over to English and get this set up. Now it's quite a lip around here. Just looking with the plastic. If you can see, if I get the camera to focus on that, you see that lip there. It definitely doesn't feel as good as the chewy, the VI8 Plus, which I actually have right here with me. So I compare the two. You can see the different builds there. Straight away I prefer the chewy build actually. I think the chewy hopefully is on. So it's just powering up now. I also forgot to mention too, the micro SD card slot is on the side there, so left hand side. Very good to see that's there. We always need expandable memory, especially when dealing with such small MMC drives of only 32 gigabytes. Okay, so the tablet finally set itself up, and we can see the Chewy's on 100% brightness, and I've just placed the X80 Plus on 100% as well. And the screen brightness to me seems about the same. Now the screen, of course, is not fully laminated. And if I have a look there, you can see that the actual gap between it is quite large. I'd estimate that to be approximately 1.5, maybe almost 2 millimeters between the digitizer glass here and the IPS panel below. It's quite obvious that it is a little bit larger there than the Chewy. So I'll just move the VI8 out of the way here. That's not its video, this is the Teclast's video. And have a look now and see auto rotation. Yes, that is all working fine. And have a look here at the file manager. Sorry, actually get out of this. Yeah, the screen wasn't responding then. I'm not too sure. That's probably Windows just setting up a few files or something there in the background. So we have that nice image there, I think, of Bora Bora, Tahiti, the typical wallpaper that Teclast use. Let's have a look at our free space. So we've got 21.1 gigabytes free, which isn't too bad. The worst I've seen, I think, is around 14 on a 32 gigabyte eMMC. And let's have a look now at the system. So I need to connect to the internet to activate Windows. And you see that it's Windows 10 Home. So we'll look at the device manager. And see what our disk drive is. So it's a Samsung eMMC, which is good to see. Not a BWin or 4C. Those ones are particularly slow. That's what the Chewy has in it. I'll be back with another video when I benchmark this and run through all the benchmarks on this tablet. So have a look and see also what the wireless chipset is. So the very common Realtek there, that's the wireless in 150 megabits per second max. So now the screen's responsive. I don't know what happened before. Alright, so this is just an initial hands-on with it. I'll be back, as I said, with another video. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully catch you in the channel. Bye for now.